Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy JD. I hope you're all doing well to kick off this weekend on this lovely sunny day in England. You can't see, but trust me, it's anything but sunny. I want to react to this recent debate I've seen going around on Piers Morgan Uncensored, where libs of TikTok and others on the panel talk about many issues, controversial as you would imagine, and the topic of illegal immigration comes around, something that, as we all know, is affecting just about every single Western country at this point. More and more people are coming in, and problems are arising from that. You only have to look at America and the southern border, for example, to see it's not looking too good, and that is a massive understatement. And with that, it doesn't matter where it is, you know, it could be America, the UK, any country. Not everybody going into these places wants to integrate themselves positively within society. Some of these people don't like these countries and they want to cause chaos, havoc, destruction, and there is nothing wrong with saying that unless of course a woke snowflake hears you say it, then you've just become public enemy number one.
How dare you?
And because libs of TikTok really says the truth around the situation, one of the women on the panel, a woke liberal, a woke leftist, Ava Santina, didn't like what she had to say and kind of got a little bit annoyed and tried to insinuate that libs of TikTok somehow, some way is racist. Oh, how dare you say something like that? That is disgraceful.
How dare you?
And that's what these people do. Now, before I get into it, as always, if you could, make sure to leave a like rating, as it really helps out the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, and I'll see you on the other side.
I mean, if you look at what's going on in the West, they're importing the third world, and there's constantly videos all over. It's very easy to find. And I think if you import the third world, you're going to become the third world, and it's scary. And I did explain it. You played the clip, Piers. You know, we're bringing in people who don't want to, you know, Taylor used the term melting pot, but they don't want to join the melting pot. They don't like America. They don't like what we stand for.
Okay, Ava, you were saying that was disgraceful. Why?
Well, I'm just sort of confused because I'm not really too sure what you're adding to America or what you're actually contributing in comparison to this, you know, this quote-unquote importing third world. What are you talking about? People who migrate to America or people who migrate to the UK and then, I don't know, work in your health service and, you know, work for you. What are you actually contributing? Just because the colour of your skin is white doesn't mean that you are somehow more valuable than someone else.
Yeah, already we have this woman bringing skin colour into the equation. Oh, you think you're better than everybody because you're white. Where did she say that? Sorry? And this is what these people do when they've got nothing else to bring to the conversation, to the argument. They go down this road, and let's just be real about it. It's the only reason they're on these TV shows anyway. Piers Morgan, others, they bring women like this or men like this onto the show to add these arguments. What is so wrong with what libs of TikTok said? When you bring people from third world countries, undeveloped countries, whatever, and loads of people are coming in, military-aged men, of course there are going to be issues there.
That's not what she's saying.
I mean,
Exactly.
it is what
I'm
she's
jumping
saying.
here because this is the, it's not what she's saying.
I never mentioned skin color.
But you did. You said importing the third world, and we know what those connotations mean. Let's not play stupid here. We know exactly what you mean by that.
No. You are adding. I didn't get that
Are you
from that.
denying those videos that are constantly all over
social
social media?
What videos?
The videos of the third
All she
world
does is
in
repeat.
the West totally destroying the cities.
Oh.
Look
All
at
right,
videos of England,
let me bring
Italy,
Tyrus.
France.
Tyrus,
Look what's
If I
going on
could just
there.
have
You okay with that?
like, listen.
don't talk over each other. Tyrus, have your say.
Yeah, Tyra, here's the thing. This is what happens. So she got asked like 700 major questions, and she tried to answer each one, and they're all gotcha questions. She said some cultures, and listen, America, when the melting pot, you come to assimilate. This is where, if I could give you any advice, do not do these interviews because they're only designed to get you to ask you as many questions. It's like a rapid fire. Boom, boom, boom. And you're answering them as fastly as you can, and that's the problem. Each one of those conversations you had was at least a 40-minute conversation on, like, my show Outkick. Like, each one were long and diverse, and there's no quick answer to them. You got to stop doing the quick answers when you're interviewed because now they're going to say you're racist because you're just being the grouping. When you group, and that's what she was doing back to you. She was trying to group you in because by the color of your skin, because you're racist, because you're putting out stuff, and you're asking a question. If people are coming to this country not to assimilate, to do whatever they want. And what we're seeing on our streets and what we're seeing in the streets of London, not a lot of assimilation.
But you see,
there
what
are
I see
good
on your streets is, I mean,
alien
particularly...
American, or there are good immigrants that come here, but you can't just say, oh, well, sometimes when you group it, you ease it, but you don't want to group her. You want to make her into this racist person.
But
All
a lot
she's
of
doing
the
is being
violence
a
that you
mirror.
see in
And
America
she's
is
no different
perpetrated...
than you, any news group. You're taking
Okay,
what she's
Ava,
saying, you're turning it around to fit your narrative, and then you're throwing it back at her. Like, do some actual research on her. The woman's not racist at all.
Okay,
I'd be the first
A
one
lot
to
of
go at her.
a lot of the
All she's
crime that
doing
you're
is pointing
talking
out the
about
obvious.
is perpetrated by
Be
American
better.
citizens.
Be better than that. You're better than that.
Right.
Get her on context.
Well, she did
get her
accuse
on
me
her,
at the
her what
beginning
she
of this
says,
interview.
but don't attack her skin. You're better than that.
I didn't
don't know
attack
you,
her skin.
but
She
you're
said that my
better than that.
intent
Leave
is
her
to be
skin out
a
of
hate
this.
account. So
I mean, it is. It is. It's to
Leave her alone.
capitalize on hate, fear, and loathing.
not
That is
racist.
it. And it's okay. You should.
Okay, let
it's
Ava
not.
let Ava respond.
you can ask me what's my intent of this account. My intent is not to stoke hate.
Okay, but
You
what
just
I mean,
accused me of that at the beginning of this interview.
what is the? I mean, I suppose that you're going to say that the intent of your account is to shine light on things that actually just don't need to be shone light on at all. And as we saw from that interview, that where you were exposed, you're not really. You know that you're not actually exposing anything. You're not actually presenting any new danger to anyone. You're just shouting sound bites and
gosh.
hoping
Really?
that somehow they land and they go viral.
kindergarten teachers teaching
what
their
you just
teaching
did
4-year-olds that
to
they could be
her.
transgender. I shouldn't expose that.
Right. Is it really any of your business, though?
So you're telling me all the things Libs of TikTok retweets and posts, because that's what she does. She just reposts things that other delusional, deranged people have done. She shouldn't be doing that. And why does she say that? Why doesn't she like that? Because people, part of the left, the liberals, they don't like these agendas being exposed. It's all right for them to go on national television, to do interviews, to call people X, Y, Z, to bring out all the buzzwords. But as soon as it all gets exposed, they get angry. Oh, no, you shouldn't be exposing that. Come on, man. What Libs of TikTok is doing is great work. I would even say if it wasn't for her, a lot of the stuff we see wouldn't be spoken about. You know, she posts something, we see it, and then we go and do our research and we realize, oh wait, actually, this is a terrible thing and it's actually bigger than we think it is. But people like Ava Santino, they want everybody just to be silent, don't say anything, allow people to do what they want to do, and that's how we've gotten in the mess in the first place.
Is it
Well,
really actually
hold on,
hurting you or hurting any American citizen?
I'm sorry. I think this is quite unfair. At the end of the day, I do think that a lot of the things that have been
Whoa.
exposed by Libs of TikTok are actually very valid. Like what the kind of content children are consuming in schools, the kind of things they're exposed to. You know, questioning the justification of taking off people's limbs and different body parts when you wouldn't do that for someone who's of rational mind. I think the problem that we tend to find is when you're fighting on a side, you tend to effectively choose the path of least resistance and just say things that will connect, but you don't particularly articulate it. So I'm assuming when you say things like we're importing the third world, and I'm assuming this is what you're saying, you're talking about values. What kind of values are these people bringing into your country? Are they assimilating with the dominant culture? And I think these are valid points to make, because over the last few years, we've seen millions of people cross the southern border. They haven't been audited. We don't know what values these people are bringing into the country. We don't even know who they are. These are valid points to make. And unfortunately, you don't get that opportunity to effectively articulate that properly when you're in doing short form interviews like this. So I think that's a perfectly valid point. But to say that she's not exposing anything that's important, these are the kinds of things that will actually sway the next election. So people are concerned about it, and you should be concerned about it.
Give that woman a round of applause. She hits the nail on the head.
I mean, I know that they are important. I know that people are talking about them, but it's because we ramp it up all the time. Look, I think that your comment about the third world...
Not just because we ramp it up, it's because it matters. These are the people who are living.
All right, let Ava respond.
I think that we all know that that comment about the third world is so unnuanced. It doesn't have any meaning to it. And you know that it's just baiting. It's race baiting. And it's stoking fear. And I mean, you're welcome to tell me. Tell me what the other intended purpose of that, if it's not to do those things.
What fear?
Do you want to tell me?
Do you want to tell me? She's talking about Libs of TikTok race baiting, but who's the one that accused Libs of TikTok thinking she's better because of the color of her skin?
I think it's very important
Who's the
that
question for?
that we understand what could happen.
What could happen? Tell me
could
what could
happen?
happen.
Okay,
we
what do you
import
mean
the
by the
third-
third world? What exactly?
Why don't you ask Lake and Riley's parents? Why don't you speak to
I
them?
don't know
and
who
ask them how
those
they
people
feel?
are. Okay, what do you mean when you say
You don't know who
importing the
Lake and
third
Riley
world?
is.
People that were
We don't
murdered
live
by
in the
illegal
US.
aliens.
But what do
Yeah.
you mean by third world? What does third world mean to you?
What do you mean by I shouldn't be exposing the sexualization of kids?
Why are
and
you
the fact that
answering a
doctors are
question with a
chopping off kids' body
question?
parts?
Can you not? I mean,
Pierce.
why don't you give us a simple
Tyrus?
answer?
Hey, Pierce, I got a golf date with a panda on the moon. This is the problem. They're arguing talking points. There's no conversation here. She's not a racist. She made a valid point. America, we're having a lot of problems in the streets, and if you're being honest and stuff, it's the people that are coming into the country in America, we're seeing a different trend. It's a lot of young men, military age, in shape, not a lot of families, and young children. And we have a lot of problems with young men make bad decisions in this country. Men, men are dangerous. Doesn't matter what color they are. Men without jobs, frustrated, in inner cities, bad things happen. And you can say that. It doesn't matter whether they're white, brown, black, there's problems. And to go at her back and forth, the original question, this is a joke. If you want to have an actual question, don't yell at her. If you want to meet her, then sit down and have a conversation. Libs of TikTok is basically, she took the simplest thing in the world. What is she guilty of? Retweeting somebody else's narrative. And when you take it out of the water and you put it up on the board and we all look at it, we giggle and go, wow, that was really dumb. And then research it. She's not doing anything that any one of us is not already doing. The difference is, for whatever reason, when I retweet something like that is said that I think is silly or dumb, it did not blow up the way it is. What she's doing, it's her formula. If you don't like her, if you don't like what she stands for, that's fine. But have a conversation with her. You want to call her a racist? I'm not going to talk to a racist. So why are we even talking? There's no point to this. Pierce, I love you. I'm sure if we want to move on to the next topic,
yeah,
but
we do.
to listen to people argue and have her called names is a waste of my time and everybody here.
Okay.
Look, still at this point, I don't really know what was so controversial about what Libs of TikTok said. You know, again, illegal immigration affecting every country. You bring thousands upon thousands from different countries into Western countries, America, England, wherever, and you know, they get frustrated as well. And this is a big issue. They get frustrated. Maybe they can't find jobs. Maybe they do, but you get angry men. And look what happens with that. There is nothing wrong from, you know, watching what is going on and calling it out. That's another thing they want you to do. They want people to ignore their own eyes, their own ears, their own thoughts, and pretend everything is sunshine and rainbows. Oh, everybody come on, it's fine. No. Sorry, people aren't going to do that. The British people are also frustrated. American people are frustrated because as well, these leftist liberals don't like British American culture, so they like to erode it and they will put other cultures ahead of the culture of the country. People in their thousands shouldn't be coming into countries illegally, not knowing where they are, who they are, what they're doing. It's crazy again, you know, we've reached a point where to even say something like that to these people would be so controversial. But leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, on this debate. Do you think what Libs of TikTok was saying was so disgraceful? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video. But until next time, until tomorrow, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.